Tipu Sultan, 1751–1799, was one of India's most formidable rulers, known for his military genius, resistance against British colonial expansion, and innovative governance. He was the Sultan of Mysore from 1782 until his death in 1799. Often called the Tiger of Mysore, Tipu fought fiercely against the British East India Company, forming alliances with the French and modernizing his army. His rule was marked by economic reforms, technological advancements, and efforts to establish an independent Indian power against European domination. Early life and background. Tipu Sultan was born on November 20, 1751, in Devana Ali, near modern-day Bangalore. His father, Sultan Hyder Ali, was a military commander who later became the ruler of Mysore. His mother, Fatima Fakhra Nisa, was a noblewoman. From a young age, Tipu was exposed to politics, military strategies, and administration. His father ensured he received a strong education, studying Persian, Urdu, Arabic, and Kannada. He also received training in horse riding, sword fighting, and military tactics. As a teenager, Tipu accompanied his father in various military campaigns, showing remarkable courage and leadership. His first major experience in battle came during the First Anglo-Mysore War, 1767–1769, where he played a crucial role in defeating the British forces. Rise to power. When Hyder Ali died in 1782, Tipu Sultan ascended the throne of Mysore. He inherited a kingdom engaged in war with the British. Determined to continue his father's resistance, he pursued a vision of an independent and technologically advanced Mysore. Tipu worked on strengthening the Mysorean military by adopting European warfare techniques. He modernized his army, equipping it with new weapons and organized it in the style of French and Ottoman forces. He also pioneered the use of rocket artillery, making Mysore one of the few Indian states to have advanced weaponry. Wars against the British. Tipu Sultan was one of the fiercest opponents of British expansion in India. He fought 4 wars against the British East India Company, known as the Anglo-Mysore Wars. First and Second Anglo-Mysore Wars, 1767–1784. During these wars, Tipu and his father, Hyder Ali, successfully resisted British advances. Tipu led daring campaigns against British-occupied territories in South India. The Treaty of Mangalore, 1784, ended the Second Anglo-Mysore War, forcing the British to accept peace on Tipu's terms. Third Anglo-Mysore War, 1790–1792. In 1790, the British allied with the Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad against Mysore. Tipu fought bravely but was outnumbered. In 1792, after a prolonged siege of Srirangapatna, he was forced to sign the Treaty of Seringapatam, surrendering large territories and paying a heavy ransom to the British. His 2 sons were taken as hostages, but they were later released after he paid the ransom. Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, 1799, and death. Despite setbacks, Tipu rebuilt his army and continued resisting the British. In 1799, the British, along with their allies, launched a final attack on Mysore. Tipu fought valiantly but was betrayed by his own ministers. On May 4, 1799, the British stormed Srirangapatna, and Tipu was killed defending his capital. His body was found near the fort's gates, sword in hand. His death marked the end of Mysore's independence and British dominance in South India. Administration and reforms. Despite his focus on military campaigns, Tipu Sultan was a visionary ruler who implemented several administrative and economic reforms. Technological advancements. Tipu introduced iron-cased rockets, which later influenced European rocket technology. He promoted shipbuilding and trade, trying to make Mysore a naval power. Economic reforms. He modernized the Mysorean economy, improving agriculture, industry, and commerce. He introduced new coinage, standardizing the currency system. He encouraged silk production, which helped Mysore develop a strong textile industry. Religious and social policies. Tipu was a devout Muslim but maintained religious harmony. He patronized Hindu temples and granted land to various religious institutions. However, some historical accounts suggest he persecuted certain groups who opposed him. Foreign relations. He allied with the French, seeking European technology and support against the British. He sent emissaries to Turkey, Persia, and Afghanistan, seeking help in resisting colonial expansion. Legacy. Tipu Sultan remains one of the most debated figures in Indian history. To his admirers, he was a brave patriot, a progressive ruler, and a military genius. To his critics, he was an oppressive ruler who dealt harshly with those who opposed him. His resistance against the British made him a symbol of Indian nationalism, inspiring future generations. Monuments and memorials. His tomb at Srirangapatna is a major historical site. The Tipu Sultan Mosque in Kolkata stands as a reminder of his influence. His rockets and weaponry are displayed in British museums. Conclusion. Tipu Sultan's life was one of bravery, innovation, and resistance. He was not only a warrior but also a reformer who tried to modernize India before British rule took full control. His dream of an independent and technologically advanced India was cut short by betrayal and war, but his legacy as the Tiger of Mysore continues to inspire history enthusiasts, scholars, and patriots worldwide.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.